What's up, guys? I have to do a video on this. If you guys say or hear how, if you guys want to watch the whole video, excuse me, to hear how full of shit the dealerships are and how crooks they are, and you want to know the parts I just replaced on this car, you want to really stick through this video. I'm going to go as fast as I can, okay? So you may have to pause it and rewind it because I'm going to jam right through it. All right. Did the transmission fluid the other day. Did the differential fluid last week. Both wheel bearings. Did the oil change. Spark plugs. All this bullshit within the last year, right? Keeping the car up to date like you're supposed to do. I've never had a car give me more AC problems in my life than this vehicle. So I'm over here replacing this line, which is that line right there that the dealership and Subaru doesn't want to tell you, that is basically almost a recall, a revised part, because the one that came from the factory, this line right there, it's basically, it's an oil line that sucks up excess oil from the turbo so it doesn't sit in there. The part that came from the factory is known for leaking, right? I remember when I got my car 2 years after getting it, I noticed there's oil on it. I mentioned it to them. They replaced the part. Well, turns out even when my car was still under warranty 5 years ago, they revised this part with a different one that no one ever told me about until I did some research of my own. So I was like, okay, let me replace it. I'm not going to order a $90 part from the dealership. Got it off eBay for 35 bucks, same OEM part. Pop this out, then you take two 10 millimeter bolts out, unplug the fan, you get more room. Go down there, I brake cleaned everything, took it off. Well, you unplug it, take it off, it slides right down. Cleaned everything up, cleaned the turbo up, cleaned all that excess oil because it's been submerged and leaking for years, right? Got that done. Didn't start my car up. I pushed it back so I can get some more natural light to see because I was cleaning. And I noticed a big-ass green puddle on this side here that looked like coolant. Well, these cars don't take green coolant. It's blue. At least that's what you should be using. That's what I have. So I know it wasn't coolant. There's nothing in my car that's green except for Freon and all the lovely oil and dyes in there and shit like that. So I'm like, that's kind of weird. What the hell's that from? Make a long story short, doing some research, out of nowhere, when I started my car yesterday morning, before I did this, I went to work and got some stuff for the house on my day off. Got some new air fresheners, put them in, and turned the air on, and it smelled like complete shit. I'm like, that's weird. Well, for some reason, it's leaking from the tube. I love this $1,300 phone. It doesn't want to focus, but this tube right there, that is, for your moisture for when you have your AC on. That's dripping, but it's dripping green shit. So the green shit that it's dripping is from the oil. Now I thought it was the oils from the compressor. So I went to the AC guy, was there 40 minutes before they opened. Thank goodness I've been there. I don't know what it is. Last year, they replaced my expansion valve. That was leaking. The year and a half before, they did both my straighter valves and then the O-rings. There's always something with the AC with these cars. And I can't find anything online with this same symptom. Even the mechanics came out, the same two, the owner and the guy that's worked on my car. There's only two people at this like mom and pop shop. All they do is AC and struts and stuff like that. That's when I take my car, when it's electrical or when it's AC shit. I don't have the tools to do AC stuff. I don't want to mess with anything with AC lines anyways. I'm not going to blow myself up or breathe all that shit in. I just don't want to do it, right? With bolt-on stuff, other stuff's easy. But I don't want to mess with that. He even said, both of them have never seen anything like that. As soon as you turn on the AC, it's just dripping. It's mixed somehow. Both of them said that it's not the compressor, it's the evaporator, right? Behind the glove box. So I looked up a video. There's one video online of a guy in Spanish, I don't know what the hell he's saying, of removing that. And it doesn't look that bad, right? But I don't have the tools to depressurize the AC, fill it back up, and make sure it's all correct. So I watched this guy do this. They're going to call me back today with a quote to do it. I know they'll be way cheaper than the dealership, but the fact of the matter is, part of me really wishes it was this, that it was just the compressor over that. I know it's going to be pricey, but I want to tell you guys, the dealership fucking blows. They are a joke. They're all different with their prices. So I called the dealership last week or 2 weeks ago to find out for shits and giggles how much they would charge me per side for my wheel bearings. $600 per side. $1,200 for an hour of work each side. You're out of your fucking mind. That's insane. Insane. Sorry for the language, but the dealerships, they're a joke. I know they got to upcharge because they got bigger facilities and shit, but they are a joke. So, going ahead, I'm like, okay. And the reason I wanted to know is just for shits and giggles how much I saved, right? By doing it myself with a buddy. So, I asked called a different dealership. Same thing. I asked a different dealership. And they told me $490 per side. Wouldn't you think they'd all have the same price? Right? Wouldn't you think that? So, okay. So then I called a third dealership in Tampa and asked them how much they would charge for the rear and the front differential fluid. $300. $300 in labor to take out one bolt here on the bottom and one bolt there. For 4 quarts of fluid. You're out of your flipping mind. So, get to the funny part. While I'm waiting for this guy to call me back, I thought I look online. It says it can range anywhere from $600 to $1,200, right? Not cheap, but it's doable, but it's just a pain in the ass. More money to spend. So I went ahead and I called the dealership in Lakeland, Florida. Subaru dealership in Lakeland. Cannon Automotive, which is the worst dealership in the world. I'll get into other videos why. But basically, long story short, when I got this car, I took it there. And this dealership effed up so much stuff in my car over and over. That's why I had to drive, if you guys remember, that's why I had to drive to Sanford, Orlando, which was an hour and 30 minutes further. But that's why I drove there, because that dealership at least knew what the hell they were doing most of the time with certain techs. And they were replacing shit and doing good warranty work. This dealership, I'll show you what they did. Their body shop did. So, look what their body shop did. That look appealing to you guys? When they replaced my door when I was hit, they left all that on there. It's not even cut, so it'll flake off eventually. Look at this. Look how shitty that looks. That's Subaru, Lakeland, Florida. Anyways, I asked them how much they would charge for the evaporator coil. I said I already have the part, which I don't, but I wanted to see what they would say. They come back on, well, we can't do it unless it's our part. I said, it is your part. I bought it from your service department 3 days ago. Just to get a quote to see what they would say for labor. You guys ready for this? Are you guys seriously ready for this? $3,900 to replace a fucking evaporator coil. They're acting like the whole fucking dashboard has to come out and all these wires. I watched the video 4 times today. It's a little bit of work, but it's just some shit on this side that's got to be removed. And then this expansion valve. I don't know what the dealerships are smoking, but guys, I know some of you out there go to the dealerships. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I don't. That's insane. That's a crook. That's honestly a crook job to do. You want to say $3,900, $4,000 to do that? Jesus Christ! I can go to a shop and get my motor built for like another $1,000 more. Are you flipping kidding me? That's all. I just want to rant and rave. I'll let you know what this guy says when he calls me back here. If it's for some reason even remotely close, which I know it won't be. I know 100% it won't be. But if for some reason it's even remotely half that, I won't have AC in this car. I refuse to do it. Even though I'm in Florida, I won't do it. I'll roll my windows down. Peace.